Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Have you ever noticed how many things that are actually seen as normal today have pagan origins, such as the names of the days in our weeks? Thursday refers to the idol of Thor. Sunday and Moon Day came from worshipping the sun and the moon. But what about the names of the months that refer to old Roman so-called gods? A wise man once said that if people today would strive for the satisfaction and pleasure of Allah in the same manner as they pursue money or wealth, the reward of heaven would find them first, before the angel of death would. We, as the regular people, have noticed that wealthy people and corporations always seem to rule behind the scenes. Those who have a lot of money or wealth can buy influence and affect political decisions. It is no coincidence that bribery sometimes gets exposed by ending up in the news. It is always about money, power, and influence. But did you know that behind these governments and political parties, this has always been the case throughout history in one way or another? So this is nothing new. Even the laws find their roots in pagan histories that mostly the Western principles are based on. The laws of the land that govern a piece of land of that particular country that is different in every other country, but also the law of the sea, which is called the maritime law. For example, when you walk into a courtroom, why do we go to court? We play basketball in a court, or tennis, for which we use a racket. And as you know, racketeering means a criminal act that is based on extortion, that involves a scheme to extract illegal profits. A judge rules from the bench, which in ancient Latin means bank. So the bank is the judge. Why does the judge wear black? Because the color black represents the planet Saturn, which in ancient idolatry represented the false god of law and banking, also known as Lord of the Rings. So the women in ancient times were told to listen to their false god Saturn. And this is where the practice of earrings comes from. When men were about to get married, before their false god, they would then get to wear the wedding rings, because Saturn was Lord of the Rings. He was also known as the inhibitor, the one who holds people back. So Saturn would represent the government or banking, the police department, all these institutions today that have the authority to restrain or hold someone back. Think about the judge, the court, the government. All these institutions have these so-called authorities of restraint. In economic books, this term also gets called capitalism. But does it matter which name people give it? As long as you are aware of these origins and know why the shaitan does not want you to know how his schemes were plotted and formed over all these years, and how he has infiltrated the government and political parties. This is why he will do everything in his power to discourage you from following the Sharia. So does this mean we have to rebel against the government? This is not what I'm saying at all. But if you have the opportunity to do hijrah or emigrate, and you can move to a country that is based on the fair principles of the Sharia, then that is also a choice. I hope that with this video I have elaborated a bit more as to why government institutions seem to be void of barakat or blessings from Allah. Now you know, may Allah keep us away as much as possible from these clandestine rituals. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, as Salamu Alaikum.